Everyone at Monster High knew Robecca's team as the upbeat, gear-spinning, steam-powered ghoul who never ran out of energy. But there was one thing Headmistress Bloodgood never told the students. Robecca had a second mode, one that was never meant to activate. It started on a stormy Thursday night, when the school's power flickered. The lights dimmed, the hallways hummed, and somewhere deep in the boiler room, a forgotten switch flipped. Robecca froze mid-sentence in the creepateria. Her eyes dimmed to a dull copper glow. Then they reignited, bright, burning, and wrong. At first, no one noticed anything strange. She just moved differently, too smooth, too quiet. She didn't clank or whir. She didn't smile. She didn't blink. But she watched. She watched everyone. And she listened to something only she could hear. The next day, students began disappearing from the halls. Not violently, just gone. Their lockers left open, their books dropped mid-stride, their phones buzzing unanswered. The only clue was a faint smell of hot metal and a trail of tiny gear shavings leading into the vents. Claudine swore she heard chewing. Frankie said she saw glowing copper eyes behind the pipes. Draculaura refused to walk alone. The truth came out when Gulia hacked into Robecca's internal schematics. Turmoil mode wasn't designed for combat. It wasn't designed for protection. It was designed for consumption. Not of flesh, Robecca wasn't that kind of monster. She consumed energy. Life energy. Fear energy. The spark that made each monster unique. And when she ate someone, they didn't die. They didn't scream. They simply faded. Like their existence had been quietly erased. One night, Frankie and Claudine followed the gear shavings into the old workshop beneath the school. Inside, they found Robecca sitting perfectly still, surrounded by glowing blue orbs, each one pulsing faintly like a heartbeat. The missing students. Robecca turned her head in a slow, unnatural rotation.
I only take what keeps me running.
Her voice echoed like metal scraping metal.
And I'm still hungry.
The girls ran. They didn't look back. By morning, the workshop was empty. The orbs were gone. Robecca was back in the creepateria, smiling like nothing had happened. But sometimes, when the lights flicker, when the vents rattle, when you swear you hear gears grinding behind you, you wonder if turmoil mode is still active. You wonder if she remembers the taste of your fear. And you wonder if she gets hungry again.
Who will be the next to fade?
Spectra Vondergeist always said the school talked to her. Not metaphorically, literally. The walls whispered.
The pipes hold secrets.
The lockers sighed with leftover emotions. But tonight, the whispers weren't just noise. They were warnings. She drifted through the empty hallway, her ghostly form flickering like a dying candle. Her chains rattled softly as she pressed her ear to the cold metal of a locker.
She's awake, she's awake, she's awake.
Spectra pulled back. The voice wasn't a student. It wasn't a ghost. It was the school itself. She didn't waste time. She phased straight through the floor into the library basement, where Twyla sat curled in a shadowy corner, reading by the glow of a single lantern. Twyla looked up immediately.
I felt it too.
She whispered. Something moved in the dark that wasn't a shadow. Before Spectra could respond, the old phonograph in the corner crackled to life. A low, eerie melody drifted out, a tune none of them had heard before, but one that made their bones, or ectoplasm, vibrate. Operetta stepped out from behind a bookshelf, her red hair glowing in the lantern light. That tune ain't mine, she said, tightening her grip on her guitar. And trust me, Sugar, I know every sound in this school. The three ghouls exchanged a look. Different powers. Different fears. Same dread. Spectra floated closer to the phonograph.
It's a signal. A warning. Or a lure.
Twyla's shadows curled around her ankles.
Something's wrong with Robecca. I saw her earlier.
She wasn't walking, she was gliding. Like she wasn't touching the ground. Operetta nodded slowly. And I heard a rhythm in the vents. Not music. More like Chewing. The lantern flickered. The phonograph needle scratched. The air turned cold, then, from the far end of the basement, a metallic voice echoed.
Energy levels low. Seeking sustenance.
Spectra's eyes widened.
She's close.
Twyla's shadows recoiled.
She's hunting.
Operetta stepped forward, her voice steady but her hands trembling.
Then we'd better find her before she finds someone else.
The lights went out. Only the faint glow of copper eyes remained in the darkness. And they were getting closer.